Shalom. Call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone, who do rule and teach well. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Barakathum. To the sincere believers, Akim and Akwath, out there listening, learning, keeping the faith and diligence of our Lord Yahushai, occupying the prophecies until all is fulfilled. So I want to touch on this video right here I came across on X, and this right here really speaks to the wickedness of the times that we're in, to where there's just no morality in the land, no fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and really no respect of persons at all. And it also shows you that there's a lot of DL brokebacks out here, you know, a whole bunch of it, man. You know, I did a lesson about a week ago, you know, going into all the Moism that exists here in Babylon the Great, you know, and majority of people, even if you're not directly practicing Moism, then you agree with it to some degree. But very few people will take a hardcore stance against it because in this day and time now, it's not politically correct. And this is why there's so much of it out here that's running rampant, more than what you see and believe. All right? Myself, I've heard many stories of DL activity, man. Even people that were around me at one point in time, I'm like, damn, he getting down like that, you know. But this is what it is in Babylon the Great, man. This is the place of great confusion, all right? Babal means confusion, man. And, you know, there's great confusion in this place. So, you know, we'll go ahead and play this video and get some precepts and, you know, close out, Lord willing. This is edifying.
You fucking kidding me? Ryan won't answer his fucking phone. He's at someone's fucking house. Just on his location. Who the fuck's house is?
Yo, Salaki, so the backdrop to this video is, you know, a guy, you know, his wife is pregnant, and, you know, she pretty much got the drop on where he was at, and come to find out that he's at the house, at another man's house, doing Lord knows what. All right. I think it says here, a pregnant woman trailed her husband to a stranger's house, expecting to catch him with another woman. Turns out it was another man. You see? So this, you know, again, this is the norm in Babylon the Great, man. Right? And this kind of activity is promoted by the rulers, okay, which is Esau, Edom. Right? He pushes this type of wicked vibration. You know what I'm saying? Then you wonder why relationships now don't last. People don't trust one another. There's a lot of betrayal out here, man. All right, and this right here is amongst Esau, which this isn't surprising to see amongst Esau, because we know that Esau is a damn degenerate, all right, by nature. You know, but you're even seeing this type of activity now high amongst Jake. And this is why we got to get out of here. You know, this is why the Lord is going to destroy this place.
Whose fucking house is this, bro? What the fuck? Hi, is Brian here? That's his card. I
don't know, Brian.
That's my boyfriend. He's here, and he needs to come out right now, or I'm calling the police.
You can't call the police. It's in my house. Bye.
Dude. Holy fucking shit. Brian, you're fucking a gay man. He's cheating on me with a gay fucking. You're cheating on me with that fucking man, Brian? Are you fucking
I'm
kidding
not,
me?
bro.
What the? Who is that? Who is that?
It's my friend from fucking gaming, bro.
You just fucked that guy?
No, it's my friend from
You
gaming.
just fucked that guy.
No, that's my
You
friend
just
from
fucked that
Xbox.
Oh my god, Brian, you just fucked that
That's
guy?
my friend from
Why
Xbox.
weren't you answering me?
Because I didn't have my phone on me. We were playing Xbox, bro. That's my friend from Xbox. Can you please just leave me alone?
Why does he have no pay?
So, you went over to another man's house. He ain't even got pants on, bro. He ain't got no pants on. He got a big ass shirt on like a woman would have, you know, just lounging around the house. And your defense to your wife catching you at another man's house is saying, that's my Xbox buddy, right? But what kind of straight man that has a wife is in the house with another man that ain't even got no pants on? All right? Then at that, you snuck over there to spend time with this dude. Your wife didn't even know where you was at. She had to track you down. So this whole situation right here screams of Brokeback, right? And see, this happens on a regular basis in Babylon the Great, man. All right? Especially amongst these Edomites, because they're the wicked. You know, they're more inclined to be into these type of behaviors because, you know, ultimately these are the ancient Greeks, the ancient Romans coming back today. And what was big in ancient Rome and ancient Greece? Well, most sexuality was big in ancient Rome and ancient Greece. Pederasty, you know, dealing with little children, you know, little boys and girls. Bestiality, dealing with animals, you know, all type of perversion and sickness was prevalent in that society. And that's ultimately why the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Shai ended up destroying those ancient societies. You know, Sodom and Gomorrah is also a prominent example of what happens when perversion comes to the forefront in a society. And as we always go into, if you want to know the state of a society, whether it's at its height or it's about to fall, just look at the behavior of the people, you know, mainly the women, you know, and the leadership. All right. When you see that immoral behavior becomes normalized in a society, that's how you know that it's about to go down, man. All right. So we know that Babylon the Great is about to be out of here real soon. You know, all the indicators are there, and things like this, you know, being normalized is a direct, you know, indication of that.
On. You were just fucking him.
No, I wasn't.
You
That
were
was my
just
friend
fucking
from
him.
Xbox.
You were just fucking him.
No.
You're cheating on me while I'm pregnant.
Oh, just go.
I'm calling the police. You're gone. You're getting
Can we
convicted.
go?
You were just cheating on me with a man.
No, I wasn't.
You were just.
man.
This is going on Facebook. That man had no pants on. That's all on video.
No.
Oh yes, it is. You're cheating on me with a
Are you
man.
fucking fine, whatever, man. Can we go?
You are done. You're never seeing your fucking kids again.
Whatever, bro.
So you see this, right? Complete filth, you know, just diabolical, devious work. And I'm pretty sure the wife, you know, if he would have been in there with another woman, yeah, she would have been upset. She would have, you know, probably, you know, reacted the same way. But, you know, to find out that your husband is dealing with another man in that type of fashion, you know, that pretty much destroyed her whole world, you know. Because if it was another woman up in there, you know, she would have been mad for a while, but eventually she would have got over it, you know. But the fact that your husband is a broke back, I mean, it really ain't no coming back from that.
You just fucked my boyfriend?
No, I did not, okay?
He fucked you?
No, fuck.
What? No, what happened? Tell me what happened. I'm pregnant. We have 3 fucking kids.
Not a thing happened here, okay? He's a friend.
And then you see that as well. There's 3 children between her and her husband. All right, so a lot of these brokebacks, you know, they'll have children to cover up for what they're really involved in, you know, because a person may say, oh, well, they're bi, or they swing both ways. Well, you're still a mo. All right, if you deal with the same sex period, then you're a mo, you know. And crazy enough, man, had a female friend of mine, you know, some years ago, you know, tell me about these dudes out here, you know. Pretty much, you know, is telling me, like, you know, a lot of these guys out here, you know, DL, you know, they're into men. I'm like, you know, I don't know about all that, but I actually believe it. Because again, you know, that type of behavior has been normalized in this society. And then again, when you have a society that is not based in the fear of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, there's really no moral standard. You know, what's to stop people from engaging in this type of activity, man? There's no moral standard. There's no consequence. You know what I'm saying? This type of thing is enabled in this society. You know, so what you have in America, Babylon the Great, is a bunch of DL brokebacks just running rampant, man. You know? And I truly believe that the amount of straight men that are in this society is very far and few in between in this day and time, man. You know, like I truly believe that, you know. There's more moles and you know, DLs, brokebacks out here than there are straight men, you know. And that's just from observation, man, you know. So this right here, again, devious work.
Who are you?
I'm gonna call the police.
Call the police.
Get the fuck off my property.
Call the police. Wow. Brian's cheating on me with a fucking dude.
Get a good fucking look. Get off my property right now.
And look, this dude was really ready to crash out. That's how you know that they was in there doing something, man. You know? He was really ready to go crash out, you know? The dude was looking like he he was about to go put it back in the spirit world, man. And then her husband was proud as hell. You know, he came out, you know, just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it. We was playing Xbox. Y'all 2 grown-ass men, and y'all in the house alone playing Xbox. And dude ain't got no pants on. Come on, man.
Some fucking nerve coming to somebody else's house, you bitch. Fuck out of here.
You enjoy his asshole? You fucking kid.
Yeah, devious work, man. Let's get some scriptures. This is Isaiah 19 and verse 14. And it says, the Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. All right? So the Lord indeed has mingled a perverse spirit in the midst of this new modern day spiritual Egypt. All right, otherwise known as Mystery Babylon, Babylon the Great, America. When you go into the meaning of the word perverse, it goes into of a person or their actions, showing a deliberate and obstinate desire to behave in a way that is unreasonable or unacceptable, often in spite of the consequences. Sexually perverted, all right? So there is great perversion that exists here in Babylon the Great, all right? You have man on man, you have woman on woman. You know, you got transformers, you know, you got studs, all right? You got lady boys, you know? You have all manner of evil, all right? This place is even worse than Sodom and Gomorrah, all right? You ain't have no transformers in Sodom and Gomorrah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you had man on man, woman on woman, you know? You had, you know, that was pretty much the norm, you know? That was the norm in Sodom and Gomorrah, man. But in today's time, it has again become the norm, you know, to the point where you have a man's wife having to pull up to another man's house to retrieve her broke back husband, man. All right? And these are the same men that have wives and children that you would never know, because when you think of a Mo, you think of a flamboyant, you know, just very open individual, you know, boasting in the pride of their wickedness, man. You know, they got the female mannerisms, but, you know, more than that, you have the DL, broke back, you know, that's out here, you know, dress normal, talk normal, you know, just behave like a regular man, but behind closed doors, this how they getting down. All right. And this is perverseness, man. All right. This is out of the natural order that Yahweh Bashmel Shai set up. You see? Isaiah 3 and verse 9. The show of their countenance doth witness against them. All right. When you saw the wife pull up to the house, you know, the first Edomite that answered the door, and her husband, you could see the countenance on their face, that it was a witness against him, that they were involved in some very devious activity behind them doors, man. All right? They came out, they were defensive, they were angry. You see? They were upset that they were confronted by this woman about their wickedness. You see? And no doubt that's not the husband's first time going over to his house. You know, it seems as though they're, let's just say that they're the best of buddies. All right. They're very well acquainted with each other. You see, the show of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Do you not see that out here in today's time? All right, we're coming up on the summer months where you're going to be having pride parades, all right, over there in the land of the small hats. You know, they have the biggest pride parade that happens on the face of the earth, all right? For the past few years, the pride parades even here in America, Babylon the Great, have been just wild, you know, to where they got children out there now. You know, they got naked children, you know, making the children dress up like, you know, just complete whores, you know, sex slaves, man. All right. So this place declares their sin is Sodom, man, and they hide it not. They're proud to be Mo's. And again, going back to Isaiah 19, that's that perverse spirit that's been mingled in the midst of this land. Right? And these people, they hide it not. They're proud in it. And they boast in it most of the time, right? Woe unto their soul. Woe goes into destruction. For they have rewarded evil unto themselves. You see that? So these people, man, they got nothing but destruction coming to them. All right? Because this place, Babylon the Great, man, this place got to go, you know? And the scriptures say, you know, that if the Lord had not shortened the days, then, you know, we would have been like unto Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I'm saying? So if we, you know, not necessarily us, but if the next generation was to grow up, man, everybody would be turned into Sodomites. Okay? the whole of this place, really they would do away with people like us, because we're going to take a hardcore stance against that type of death style, that type of philosophy. So they would do away with us. But the next generation that they would raise and groom, they would be indoctrinated, programmed to believe that, that way of life is normal. And really, they're already doing it in schools, man. You know what I'm saying? They're already teaching the children about these kind of things. You know what I'm saying? So by the time they grow up, they're not going to know that there was a time when this wasn't accepted. All right? Verse 10. Say ye to the righteous that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings. Verse 11. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given. Yeah, this is why great miseries are coming upon these people, man, because they are receiving their reward, okay? And for everything that you do in this life, whether it be righteous or wicked, you receive a reward, okay? There's a reward for the wicked and there's a reward for the righteous, all right? But either way, the Most High is going to give you, you'll just do according to your works, all right? And that goes into 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, in verse 5, all right? This is why the Lord Yahweh Bashmel Shai is plaguing the world, all right? That's why you're seeing tornadoes and tsunamis and earthquakes and diseases come about. That's why you're seeing people drop dead left and right, people sending themselves back to the spirit world, all right? Plagued in their mind, right? 2nd Ezra 15 in verse 5, Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. See? So wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole of the earth. And how has this really been orchestrated? Well, it's been orchestrated through Babylon the Great, because the number one export of Babylon is its culture, okay? Its philosophies, you know what I'm saying? Pushing these perverse ways into the other nations, man. Even though these other nations, they already have perverse ways of which the Lord told us to abstain from, but America reinforces that. All right, America goes around telling the other nations, yeah, well, you have to, under the guise of human rights, make homosexuality law in these different nations, man. All right, so wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, man. All these heathen nations got to go, because everybody is turned out, man. They're outside of the hopefully elect, there's really no righteous vibration within the earth, man. It's all wicked. You see? And their hurtful works are fulfilled. Verse 7, Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things, right? So these people, they profanely commit wickedness, man. And to be profane means to be outside the temple, okay? Which Esau, he's outside the temple. So like I said before, man, they're more inclined, to be into these type of things, man. But this is going beyond just Esau. This even has spread to Jake in large numbers. You know what I'm saying? The other heathen nations, okay. And it's all profane, man. It's all wickedness. It's all going to lead to destruction, right? Reading on in verse 8, Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among men. Right? So yeah, man. The Lord is getting ready to bring the pain. Well, he already is, all right? But greater judgments are coming, man. More evils, more bad times are coming upon the earth, you see? And it's because of things of what you see in this video, all right? On top of all the other wickedness that's promoted in this society, man, all right? So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and close out right here. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying through the Rakah Kadash. Call Allah Ibla Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakah Kadash. And until next time, Lord willing, shalom to the elect. Kom Yasha'Allah wa Babu Ball. Shalom.